You have an unusual passive ability that stops time whenever you're in a situation of certain death, allowing you to survive anything. One day, you're sitting at your couch and time stops. It's been a decade since then. And time is still not moving. The sun burns brightly in the sky. Around me, the freeway is quiet and tranquil. Not because it's empty. Rather, all the cars, and the people in them, are not moving. They haven't moved for the last decade. You see, I have a special power. It was something that I discovered when I was very young, when I tried to retrieve my favorite ball from the middle of the road outside my house. Whenever I am in danger of dying, time stops. The time stop allows me to avoid whatever threat is coming my way. It's been pretty helpful, although I can only count on one hand the number of times the power has activated. It would also usually only last for a few seconds, enough for me to take preventive action. Not this time, however. 10 years ago from today, I was sitting in my couch after a long day of work, watching the F1 broadcast on the TV. The kids had gone to bed, and my wife had went with them to make sure they were asleep. Suddenly, the broadcast froze just as Latifi was about to win the race. For a second I sat in shock, rubbing my eyes in disbelief. I then went upstairs to check on my family. Their frozen faces confirmed to me that my power had activated. So I looked for the threat. I'd always been healthy, and I just had a checkup last week, so it couldn't be any life-threatening disease. First I thought it was something in my house, but after I left my house time did not resume. Then I thought it was something in my city, like a nuke or something, but time did not resume. For 10 years I scoured the world, searching for a threat, something dangerous that I could avoid. Nothing. I sit here now, on some street in China, still as confused as I was that day, 10 years ago. It's becoming obvious to me that whatever is coming is unavoidable, and I honestly am ready to die after all these years of silence. My huge regret is that I wasn't able to say goodbye to my family, to hold them and tell them how much I appreciated them. I think this would all be easier if I could talk to my wife, fall asleep and wake up in her arms, and have her encourage me when I'm down. I'd enjoy the unanswerable questions my youngest would ask, and my eldest hugs when she feels like being emo is too much for her. I miss my family, and I'd give up anything to be able to talk to them again. But I have no control over my power. Maybe I'll go back to my hometown, but it's different if they're unable to respond because they're frozen in time. In the back of my mind, a voice tells me that I can still do something to save myself, but I've already looked for 10 years, and I'm tired. The only thing I can think of is that the sun seems to be hotter than I remember it to be. I'll be leaving this journal here. Perhaps someone in the future will find it, and understand my sadness and longing. I'll try to go home and see them one more time, and then hopefully my power will allow me to end it all. And still, the sun burns brightly in the sky.